time CrossFit champion. And one of the things that he does now, he has this art collection that he's selling on his website, and it's all these inspirational quotes. And the idea is to put up this art with all these inspirational quotes, and that will give you fuel to get through your workouts or get through difficult things that you want to do in your life. We all are like, how many people post inspirational things online, and then how many people read those things and get excited, and it inspires them to action? There's some real cause and effect.
That's right.
Where there's inspiration and then there's action that's motivated by that inspiration, whether it's going to The Rock's Instagram and watch him at 5 o'clock in the morning, The Rock here working out in the Church of Iron, like all the shit that guy does, or all these other Cam Hanes or David Goggins, all these other inspirational people that are online. Why are they so motivational? Why do so many people flock to them? Because there's a reality to there's a give and take to these things, and there's certain things that inspire you to action. You can externally be motivated by those things. It's not necessarily 100% determinism. There is some free will.
Well, however, there's, for example, a quote that can inspire you, but to me, it doesn't have the same effect because of my background. It doesn't get me to my core because I cannot rely really much to it. So it's a little bit of determinism, because it's the causality that makes it who I am and who you are that makes it the effect of that quote has on you is different than it has on me.
Or you could both grow up in the same environment. You could have a brother that's inspired by things that are not even remotely inspirational to you, but to him, it's everything. Whether it's music or whether it's a movie or a book or whatever it is.
It's true. Like in families, very often you have someone who's going the right way, and perhaps one of his siblings will go the wrong way.
Yeah.
And we always tend to say, oh, we don't understand because they've been raised the same way, but they did not.
Yeah.
The moment you take one of your kid in your arm and the other one is looking at the kid that it changed everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
It's very hard to understand. But I'm not saying that I'm convinced that there is no free will, but I don't know now. He didn't completely convince me. He didn't completely make me change my mind, but he's got his point in, and now, man, I don't know.
I think the real problem is people that are convinced one way or the other. That's the real problem, because it is an open-ended conversation. I don't think they're really... I think determinism is a real factor, but I also think will is a real factor too, in that there's something about the open-ended variability of your decisions, and what you decide to do and what you don't decide to do. And there's moments in your life where you go, fuck it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it. And when you do go for it, your life changes. Like, what makes you say, fuck it, I'm going to go for it? It depends entirely on what happened that day to you. It depends entirely on how you feel, whether or not you got rest, whether or not you broke up with a girlfriend, or she broke up with you, or you got fired from a job, or you quit a job, or you took on a new path in life. Like, all those different things play a factor. But there's also your own personal decision-making that's based on your own personality and maybe your own life experiences. There's so many things involved. But for sure, we all value discipline. We all value the ability to take action. Well, why do we do that? Because we know it's